Let me call Chris up. Is there another Steve Bloom besides me?
Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Chris. God.
Let me rename
say, I
here. I
thought
think
it was a
must be
Twilight
because you
Zone.
made me a panelist or something.
Good. Welcome, Chris.
And Karen was trying to get in.
Yeah, I told Karen to go to sleep. It's midnight where she is.
Oh, yeah, good.
I think we have enough. Nicole was trying to get in, and so was Betty.
I'm here.
Nicole is here and Betty's
Okay.
here.
Okay, great.
Everybody's
I'm glad
here.
we waited till
So we have
7.
enough people. So shall I begin? And
Yeah,
welcome.
you may want to go ahead and have
Okay.
another hearing because I'm
Yeah.
guessing a lot of people
Okay.
didn't stay on.
Well, welcome to this hearing via Zoom of the Local Historic District Commission. We apologize for the delayed beginning of this meeting. Our purpose is to aid property owners in the town in preserving and protecting the distinctive characteristics and architecture of buildings and places significant in the history of Amherst. Members of the public who wish to access the meeting may do so via Zoom or by telephone. A hyperlink to the hearing will be posted also on the town's online calendar. We're having this hearing open to the public to discuss adding a third local historic district. And I think I'll turn this over now to Walker to introduce this.
So the process of researching the local historic district has been going on for some time. Chris Skelly was hired to help gather the information about the historic buildings, and he's here tonight. And we've reached the point that we need to get feedback from property owners and community members. And so this is part of that process. We started by sending out surveys to everybody who lived within the district. And it was also available online. And we did get some responses. I think we ended up with 16 responses, pretty much evenly divided between opposed and in favor of or unsure. 50% opposed, and then I think it was 37% in favor, and the rest were unsure. So at this point, but that's only 15 people out of, I think, 120 property owners who got the survey. So I'm not sure we can say that's a conclusive result. So the hope was that this meeting would give people another chance to provide feedback and comments, and for us to answer questions and maybe explain a little more about local historic districts and how they work if anyone's curious. Because we're starting so late, I think we'll have a second hearing for people to come and join, because I'm guessing some people got on and did not wait around half an hour. But if anybody is in the audience who would like to comment at this time, we can take comments now as well. Does Chris or Steve, do either you want to add anything? You've been working on it longer than I have.
We have a presentation. Chris has prepared a presentation. I have some comments.
Yeah,
how many people are attending?
We've got 4 in the.
I move that we instead of having a meeting tonight, I think we should just reschedule and have another meeting.
Yeah, it might be save everybody's time if we don't have to go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Twice.
I'm just glad you're okay. We were really worried.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No worries. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I'm just glad you're okay, because I'm just relieved. I move that we reschedule this meeting.
I think that's a reasonable suggestion. Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Let's have a vote then. Betty?
Aye.
Nicole?
Yes.
Frida?
Yes.
And I agree. Steve?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Chris, thank you for coming. We're sorry about
Well, now
this.
we have to come up with another date. So
We do.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Chris prepared a whole PowerPoint presentation, and I'd hate to have him do it twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my guess is that if people came, they've left by now.
Okay, it's just as long as everyone's okay.
So do you want to try for another Monday evening or another day of the week?
Monday evening seems to work for us, but how many weeks now do you have to post it before, how much time do you need?
This isn't a public hearing. It's not something that has to be legally posted. So I don't, as long as it's posted 48 hours in advance on the agenda, it's fine.
Oh, okay, all right.
I will say I've got another meeting on the 23rd, so I could do the 16th or I could do the 30th as far as Mondays this month.
And I can't do the 16th.
And I can't do the 30th. How about the following week? The 7th,
Is the 7th.
I can't do July 7th.
the 14th?
I can't do that one.
So I know it's summer. What about?
What about Thursday or something?
Yeah. How about Thursday, July 3rd? Is that possible for people?
I'm not going to be here because I'm going
No.
away.
Okay. And is that also
26th?
true for the 26th?
I'll be around on the 26th.
Works for me.
The 26th of June?
Of
Yeah.
June?
I have a concert at Tanglewood. Sorry.
Okay. July, did we talk about July 3rd? We did, July 10th?
That would work for me.
Could do it.
I'm sorry, I got a concert. I'm seeing Big Fredia at Iron Horse.
Well, the other option is I could send out like a doodle poll, and you could all fill it out with some evenings that would work, and I could find one where everybody overlaps. I don't think we have to decide right this minute.
Because it could also be a Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday. So
I can
that'll-
do Wednesday. What about Wednesday, the 16th of June? No, how about Wednesday,
Wednesday,
the
the 2nd, July
25th?
2nd?
What is
Say
that
that
again?
Wednesday, July 2nd?
What about the 25th?
No, I
of
can't do
June?
that. What?
That's the holiday. What about Wednesday, June 25th?
Works for me.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. Well,
Okay, we can't not have Nancy. What about the 24th of June, the Tuesday?
no, my brother-in-law is here that whole week.
No,
so,
okay. I know the summer's crazy. We're never gonna get everyone.
And we don't know when Bruce is available. I think we should wait and do it on
Okay.
email because
Okay.
we don't have Bruce here.
And everybody have I think that's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Um,
need Karen as well, so, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a comment or a participant who has a comment. Do you want to?
Okay, can we hear it?
You should be able to unmute and make a comment.
Hello, good evening. My name is Chet Mitchell, and I've applied for a application for appropriateness for a project at 47. I was just about ready to also sign off until you came on. So I'm just curious. It's the first time I've linked up, and if that is still going to be considered an agenda item, given that you're now scheduling your next meeting. So.
Yeah, we can still have that hearing if you're able to stay on.
Well, I've been waiting several months to get
Yeah.
the permit underway. So yes, I'd like to very much.
Yeah, we don't have to reschedule that one, I don't think.
Okay.
I was just having a hard time with your Zoom and how to actually get your attention to know that I'm actually here. So, thank you.
So, Walker, we haven't received anything about this project, so can you
This
give
is-
us a heads
I
up?
did send it out at the end of the week, I'm pretty sure, but this is a project. He came to the commission a year or two ago for the first step of redoing the porch, and this is the second
Ah.
step of redoing the porch. So they did the railings, and now they're doing, I believe, the lattice work under the porch and the footings.
Okay, so we've all
You've s-
visited this house and, okay.
Yeah, you've seen this
Let's go
project
forward with it
before
then.
previously, yeah. And this
Okay.
is the next stage. And Chet could probably explain a little more in detail what they're doing.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes. Currently, the supports for this porch are in extremely poor condition. They're the original steel pipes, which are going into the earth and probably only sitting on a stone or a brick. The porch is very much slumping, though I did try to shore it up last summer when I was allowed to replace the front steps. And so now what we'd like to accomplish is try to excavate and have concrete piers per updated codes, and take off what is now badly damaged vinyl skirting that was put on probably 30 years ago, and try to bring it back to the historic architectural elements that are still underneath that vinyl siding, which is the lattice work and the trim work. So that's all we're asking to do.
Do you have some pictures that you can share with us?
I have shared with them. I've sent many photographs in of the current condition, and also of the front stairs that I built last year.
Yeah, give me just a minute, I'll pull them up.
So because I have not yet, I don't have authorization to remove what is existing there. I'm not exactly sure exactly what that lattice is. So I wouldn't be able to really show you, but I'm sure it's 2-inch square lattice that, and you know, the very common architecture. Oh, okay.
So you can see that. That's
No,
the,
that's what I intend. It's just to simulate what it'll probably look like afterwards, as far as the bottom skirting. That's just from another project that I did in Northampton, just to try to give a simulation of what I'm striving for.
all right, let me go. We've got. That's the
That
existing
photograph
condition. Okay.
shows the current condition. As you can see, the porch is slumping, except in the areas around the steps that I tried to shore up. And, you know, it was just wrapped in really poor job of vinyl soffit material, which is currently hiding the original lattice and trim, which, you know, is badly damaged from 100 years ago or more. And it certainly can't be salvaged. It's without, you know, abatement or something.
And so you're proposing lattice work there?
I am proposing to bring it back to its original historic condition. There is lattice work underneath there that would be removed, and then it would be replaced with modern material that would look as close to possible as what I will find underneath that vinyl.
Okay. Do we have questions from the committee, the commission?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know if the lattice work is on the diagonal, the way, the one you just showed us, or whether it's square?
That I don't know 100% on that. My assumption is it's probably on the diagonal. My experience is that on the squares was maybe more in the 1920s or 30s. I believe that this porch is a little older than that. It's probably from the you know, the late 1800s. So no, I won't really know that until I'm able to remove that vinyl, the current vinyl material. My previous permit only was limited to where the stairs were rebuilt, and previous to that, there was a brick and concrete very badly damaged. So that was removed, and so I wasn't able to really look at what is underneath there.
I guess I had thought that on the square was more 19th century and early 20th, but does anybody else know better than I do about that?
Well, it may very well be on the square. I'm sorry, I just don't know until I remove it.
Okay,
But I know
well-
it's original because I don't think anyone's done anything with it.
okay.
I think the lattice work on our house is all vertical.
You mean square, like,
Stripes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That-
they often sell triangular now, but it's easier to get the other two.
So it seems to me that as long as you replace it with as close to what you find when you take this apart, That's something that I would be willing to support. Do other people feel the same way?
Mhm. I would support that.
Steps look nice. You did a nice job
Stairs.
on the stairs.
Yeah, as you can see, if I can interject, we did make them with pressure treated balusters. I would have preferred to, which is exceeds code. They're very close together because there was a request last year to keep them very closely spaced. So in that case, we did not use a vinyl or a pre-assembled rail system. So that's why you see that it's not painted. So I just wanted to, because there was a question earlier in the season when I first applied about whether or not we were going to paint that. So I just wanted to add that my assurance that that is going to get painted.
I'm glad, it looks really nice. I'm glad you did the narrower that fit.
Yeah, but again, in order to do that, we had to use I had to custom make it.
I'm glad you did. It looks nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
agree. Well, do I have a motion to accept this plan?
I move we accept this plan.
Okay, and the plan is that it would be replaced with as close to what is currently underneath this as possible.
Correct.
And since you've done a nice job on the stairs, I'm going to trust that that will happen.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a
I
vote
second.
then.
Oh, I second.
Thank you. Okay, Steve,
Yes.
Betty,
Yes.
Greta,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
and I say yes. Is there anybody else here? I can't see who's here now.
Yeah, I can stop sharing. Sorry. I think you got
There we
it.
go. Okay, then you will have your certificate of appropriateness, and thank you for coming to our meeting. Again, we apologize for the lateness of the start for this meeting.
Yes, thank you very much. And I assure you that the building inspector will be visiting as often as he needs to ensure that the supports and that the porch can last at least another 100 years. in
Very
the
well.
Lincoln Historic District. Okay, thank
Thanks
you very
for taking
Thank
good care of this property.
you.
Okay, do we have any other business, Walker, that we had your, the draft of your minutes, so we approve those minutes from the last meeting?
Yeah, did everybody see those?
They look good to me. Are there any objections?
No.
No.
We will approve them by unanimous consent.
Great. I think that's all we had, because I wasn't sure how long the hearing would take if,
Okay,
you
Do we
know.
know how many people, is there any way to tell how many people did show up?
Not that I know of. I
Yeah,
mean, you can go
okay.
on my Zoom account and see if it tells me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be curious if you can figure that.
Yeah.
yeah, it might be
But,
helpful to know.
Yeah,
but nothing is not essential.
yeah. Okay.
All right,
Well,
Okay.
all right, let's hope we can find a time to meet.
yeah, I'll send out an email tomorrow and we can
Okay.
figure something out.
Okay.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No worries.
Whereas-
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you all.
Right.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.